All right, we should be live here.
All right.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to your own stream.
Yeah. I mean, I was more for them and not so much for us, but
welcome back
to rated M for immaturity.
Yeah, the stream
We're
where
gonna make you feel guilty about everything we do.
you do make me feel bad.
Yeah,
you
that's
remind
the goal.
me.
That's the main thing.
Is it?
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm trying to make you feel like shit.
You're trying to challenge me.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever.
I'll make you feel challenged either way.
Wow.
How do you fix the category up in... Alex, I know you, actually, before we do any of that, let's just check the sound.
Oh, sure. How do we sound?
It's a little quiet. I'm wondering if
where our voices are actually directed at it.
Yeah. How about that? Let's
see.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Sweet. All right.
Sweet.
So you had at least one thing that you were like primed to tell me about. That you
my boring factoid that I wanted to tell you.
Yeah. You had some sort of factoid.
Sage, did you know that that potatoes, the potato like they made French fries out of and stuff?
Yeah.
Did you know those aren't really potatoes?
What?
Those aren't potatoes?
They're not potatoes.
What are they?
What are
they?
Okay, so
you're telling me I'm not eating potatoes?
No.
What the fuck am I eating then?
So originally, sweet potatoes were the first potatoes that were ever brought to Europe from the New World.
Okay.
And when they and the native word in the Caribbean for sweet potatoes was potato, like with a B, like a potato.
Okay.
And then in Europe, they were named potatoes. But sweet potatoes and potatoes, they're not related to each other at all. They're completely different plants.
What?
You don't like sweet
I
potatoes?
don't like sweet potatoes.
That's messed up.
I'm biracial with black and white, so the fact that I don't like
I was
sweet
gonna say
potatoes
white
is
people and black people
genuinely
like sweet
kind
potatoes.
of like a my dad never understood. I don't like sweet potatoes.
Hey, Ulysses.
Hi, Ulysses.
What's up, Ulysses?
Say, what's with the
Any other
graphics?
viewers
It looks
here?
like you're in the shadow realm. Does it? Does it look weird on the stream?
Let me see.
I mean, it looks alright on my phone and on the computer.
Okay.
Maybe
I just have the notification.
maybe there's just a graphical glitch or something for a moment there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
See.
What are you telling me that the
Fucking
It looks fine on my phone.
Are you telling me that the
Are you subscribed to him?
Yeah.
I'm not paying. I'm a mod. I'm not fucking doing that.
Again, I'll fix it. I will.
Okay.
But are you telling me that the potatoes used to make like French fries and stuff are sweet potatoes and not potatoes?
No. The potatoes used to make French fries
Right.
and stuff. Those potatoes,
Right.
they were named potatoes. So sweet potatoes were originally potatoes. Like when the name potato was applied to something, it was to a sweet potato.
Okay.
And then what people who ended up eating a lot of the potatoes we eat, which was like
Right.
English people and people like that, they called those white potatoes or Irish potatoes. And then eventually, because British people weren't eating a lot of sweet potatoes, they just started calling those potatoes in general, and then specifying that sweet potatoes were sweet potatoes. Like they weren't actually.
Did they have a different name before that?
What do you mean? No, because white like white potatoes and those type of potatoes also came from the New World. So sweet potatoes
But
got
did they
to
have a
Europe.
different name before they called the...
Well, the natives had a name for it.
Right.
Like
Do we know what that
Peruvian
was? That's
I'm not off the top of my head. But
So it took like 500 hours between my comment being made and you guys receiving it. It looked weird a little bit ago. Oh, okay. So it just went back. By now it went back to
There's a
normal.
major delay.
Yes.
Super delay
Huh.
between what we hear on our phones and what you
Oh
say.
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Oh,
It's like it's at least 10 seconds for sure.
Yep. Or 500 hours.
Or 500.
According to Ulysses.
But yeah, so the name potato eventually got applied to all these things, but Potatoes and sweet potatoes are not related in any way genetically. They're two completely different types of plants.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. That is weird.
Oh, huh.
That's odd.
Oh.
Yeah, that is a weird. That is a little bit of a weird glitch.
Huh.
Does this make you mad? I bet it does. Just taunt him about it. But yeah, that's interesting. I never would have.
Hey man, you know when you need a potato fact, you know,
I guess I'm coming to you.
come to me, man.
Yeah. Or just about things not being the things that they are named.
Yeah. Well,
Because penguins.
penguins.
They're not real penguins.
They're not penguins.
There's no.
I
All the
my
penguins.
coworkers'
All the
minds.
penguins. All the penguins
The
are
great auk?
extinct. Yep. All penguins are extinct. 100%. No more penguins.
And the last one was killed by what was it, a fisherman in like, I want to say like somewhere in the UK, and like they thought it was some like malformed something, so they literally hunted it down.
It was like 1860
Yeah,
something.
18 something.
Oh,
it was like
yeah.
the last known great auk.
That's sad. Those great auks looked a lot cooler than the
They
penguins
looked
we got now. They were
awesome.
huge, man.
Yeah.
Penguins, whatever we're calling penguins now, they're little tiny little bitches compared to the great auks.
This one
are.
would be the emperor penguin.
Yeah, and those things are. I could kick one of those bitches over without like trying to. I'd trip on one of those.
Speaking
things.
of emperors, we get a little do it moment here.
Ooh, do
You remember
it.
that?
Do it.
You remember how remember that actor's like weird pronunciation in Revenge of
Yeah.
the Sith? Where he's do it,
Yeah, well, they would have made a good Mountain Dew commercial. Like,
do it.
Blasters ready, men. This fool wants to die.
You can kill these people.
get these people, man, murder them, especially that dude in the flight captain's hat. Don't trust
Yeah,
him.
fuck that guy.
Bless you.
And yeah. I think we could have totally just left those guys alone and had a basically a conversation. Oh, you got a fun fact for us?
Ulysses has a fun fact.
Oh, I love when Ulysses has fun facts.
But they're always facts.
They are always facts. What is your fun fact, Ulysses?
Yeah, Ulysses.
I definitely want to know.
Probably gonna tell us about how people are high in like omega-3 fatty acids or something.
Do you think that's what it is?
I think so.
You think that's what he's
I think,
got
it's
to
a,
talk
I think it's a people-eating fact.
I didn't even think about that in terms of being a people-eating fact, but you're probably right.
I came in to do it, and both knew what scene you're talking about, and also thought of a Mountain Dew commercial right before you said it. Nice.
That's-
Hey,
yeah.
how you doing, No Name?
Oh, no name?
Yeah, No Name said that.
Oh.
And then
Oh, shit. Hey, no name. How you doing?
Ulysses said some German scientists invented the worst smell ever made. Was it on a coffee table? Was it on a glass coffee table? Because I'd believe that.
Yeah. So here's alright, did we fight some of these last time?
Yeah, they're
These
like
weird fucking.
yeah, they're like thumbs with multiple legs or something.
Yeah, they're like the thumbs from Spy Kids,
I hope they're not like
but
the
with
thumb.
spider legs.
It's the thumbs.
Yeah, is that what they were called?
Yeah, thumbs. They had thumbs for arms and thumbs for legs and thumbs for heads.
Do you think God hides in heaven out of fear of his own creation?
You know, Steve Buscemi really
Delivered that line.
way too hard for a Spy Kids movie. Like I actually had to think about that for that was something that should have come up in like Francis Ford
Paradise
Coppola
Lost.
movie or something. Yeah. It smelled so bad that the U.S. government refused to weaponize it in the 1960s when we were looking for smell-based weaponry. It's a chemical
Wow.
compound commonly used in candy that, when taken apart on a molecular level, is pure nose torture. I can't believe we thought we were willing to take the Nazis' rocket technology and build a fucking like nuclear, basically create the Cold War from Nazi science. But even then we were like, no, we can't weaponize this. It stinks too bad. Like, how bad does it have to smell for us to be like not even in wartime?
Right. No, actually though. That's absolutely ridiculous.
My God. You know, if we ever had to go back to like if like society collapsed, and we had to go back to like medieval type of weaponry, I would start launching porta potties on catapults in the cities.
Oh yeah, man! You get people, and not only can you wound them, but you can infect their wounds at the same time.
Right? Because they used to like.
Well, they used to stick their swords and shit, and then.
Yep.
You know?
Or they'd launch dead bodies over the walls to spread disease. I just say pop a couple big blue boxes on the end of the thing and fire them into a town. Like, I mean.
Yeah, no, I don't see any problem. Seems ethical.
You think that's ethical?
Yeah.
You think the Geneva Conventions would be cool with that?
Well, no,
that's
but
against
who
the
cares?
nerve. You think launching a porta potty into a city, like if I got a B-52 and put like 35 porta potties in there and opened the bay door and just pushed them all out over a town, you think
well, maybe if it's got like speakers attached playing music by the B-52s, then it'll be okay.
Okay.
It's like just speaker system just screaming out rock lobster.
A drop of it leaked from a British lab once, and people in a building 200 yards away became horribly ill from the smell. My
Holy
God.
shit.
That's pretty intense, man. Yeah, Jesus.
Wow.
You say they put that in candy? Again, those weird Harry Potter jelly beans?
I mean, there would have been dead kids from those jelly beans if that was the case. I intentionally didn't because I was like, wow, these sound like the worst thing that like humanity has produced so far.
Oh my God, if you want to go full terrorist, fill an oil tanker with this chemical, then sink it in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, no.
The currents will carry it everywhere, and the entire planet will smell rank.
Goddamn, dude.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't
want
want to.
I don't know who wins in that situation.
Yeah,
that's
no one really.
That's like cutting off your nose to spite your face, man. Like that shit's coming back to your town too.
Like eventually, maybe not right away, but it's gonna happen.
That'd be like people. You'd have to move to places like Kansas and shit, as far away from the ocean as possible. Like,
and no, who wants to live in Kansas?
I'd live in Kansas if it didn't smell like
yeah,
whatever the fuck that smells like.
Without that.
Well, I mean,
we're not allowed to pass into the Shadowlands. Only Chindar can allow you entry. Oh, he's mad about this Mad Claw. Remember? Do you remember that from last time? Zalbar had like shamed himself by fighting with his claws against another.
Mad Claw, dude.
There is a lot of Wookiees just screaming at each other on this planet.
Yeah, I believe that.
At least
there's subtitles.
I was gonna say, unlike the Star Wars Holiday Special, where there are no subtitles the entire time. So that's a Joker plotline for sure. Yeah, the Joker would do that. Put that smell in the water.
Oh yeah.
See, where's this Wookiee I need to see? Chidar in the village of... Whoa, I don't know how to fucking pronounce that. You will decide if you are worthy. Oh, right.
I can just imagine that line in the movie, like, you know what's good about a horrible stench? It's fair.
it's fucking Two-Face is flipping his coin. It's like, it's fair, just like Chance.
Oh,
Bruce Wayne's gonna Bruce Wayne's gonna think I shit in his bed every goddamn day.
That would be that'd be an interesting movie, dude.
Yeah, just like all of the Batman villains all shit in a pot, mix it together, and then dump it in the water.
Last week was poop streams. Last week was the poop stream, dude.
You tell me that I shouldn't just dredge that up again immediately?
I don't know. I mean, it's up to you, man. It's your stream. You can shit all over it if you want to.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're right.
These things are hideous, dude.
Yeah, right? Like, I honestly, like, there'd be, like, some kind of almost good, like, horror in the remake if they designed them, like to be grotesque enough, you know?
Yeah, right. They're just odd looking.
Okay, fine. Yeah, AK or HK, he is like all dark on his front side. That is actually like weird. The like shadow glitch seems to be sticking to like part of his character model.
Or he fell in a puddle and just started rusting.
Oh, or maybe it's just the lighting being really old.
I don't know.
I think it's just the lighting being really old. Yeah. I want to heal more before we go up there.
Did you learn anything new this week, Sage?
God, man, only that Malignant was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I do want to see that.
Yeah, we're gonna watch this fucking movie, man.
Hell yeah.
It's a great movie. God, yeah, no, I'm trying to think, like, nothing, nothing, like, all that interesting, I feel like, happened.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
super significant.
No, nothing really, dude. Like,
It's been an eventful week.
yeah. Omicron got people going crazy, though.
Omnicron. Alex.
Omnicron.
Yeah,
I'm
man,
sorry.
you get that Transformers name right.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm like,
That Decepticon is gonna feel disrespected if you don't pronounce it correctly.
do I have to say it like I just woke up from a nap, like the president does?
Yeah, yeah. Omnicron.
Omnicron.
Omnicron. We have to
Come on,
protect
man.
against the Unicron.
Trithioacetone is the candy chemical.
Huh. Yeah, it's all there. You doing that thing?
And supposedly it tastes good in candy, but like if you mess with its molecular structure, it smells
Maybe
like
all the
shit.
spiders in the chocolate balance it out.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Spiders are yummy, dude.
I mean, in chocolate, I
Yeah.
it seems pretty tasty.
Split it into 3 of its base components, and you get the horrible smell.
Oh, so like all together, it doesn't smell bad, but like if
Yeah.
you.
Sage,
weird,
did
man.
No Name send you an article about the B for B update?
Yes, you did, No Name. Yes, you did. Oh, it's like you can actually like have like game progression offline and stuff instead of only online. Yeah. No, yeah. Oh, and I think HK finally, his character model finally went back to normal.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah, no, that's awesome though. I did see that. I'm really hoping that. I mean, like the game is just kind of mindless fun. Like there's not much narrative to really focus on in that. So it's good for bullshitting during.
Right, yeah.
Good multiplayer game for that. I need to put some skill points into treatment because it takes so long to. So long to heal. When I use the force heal, it does not do like that much. But like Bastila's does. Oh, that was effective. Skill too low. Skill too low.
Dude, did you put enough into your computer use?
Alex, it's a box.
it's a computerized box.
No, it is not a computerized box.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Because I took the ID off, because we killed those guys, I got the ID.
Ulysses said, computer use only.
No.
Yeah, the
No.
computers will heal you,
No.
dude. Yeah, they will.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because the difficulty settings were kind of ridiculous in Back for Blood. Like if you turned it on to like even just like one above like the standard mode, it was like brutally hard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like so they like rebalanced the difficulty in the patch they released. I guess.
That's good. I mean, that does seem to be one of the easiest games to screw up. Is just either you end up making a game too easy, or you make it ungodly hard, or you.
I feel like there's almost never games that are like truly that difficult, honestly.
Yeah.
Except for you get a few here and there, like say Dark Souls or.
Right. Well, I do think
Jedi.
I do think there's an impulse to make the game easier to appeal to a wider audience. Like Dark Souls especially has built a reputation on being mercilessly difficult. So it has a diehard fan base who's looking for that.
Yeah.
A lot of games are probably guilty of making it too easy to try to make it accessible, to as many people as possible.
No, that's 100% true. I mean, like, look at like gaming back in the day. Everything was hard. Well, some of it was also limitations of like what game design could do, and you could only achieve like a vision.
Or
so
I mean, there were
much.
games like, especially on the N64, there were games that were made ridiculously difficult due to the clumsiness of the controls.
Yeah, that's
But,
what
like,
I mean. Yeah, just clunkiness and the age of the game being so fucking clunky. Special enemy spawn rate was absolutely. Yeah, that's true. They would just throw you like crazy, like weird like enemies at you, like fucking nothing. Like I mean, yeah, it was kind of ridiculous. You basically had to play on the easiest difficulty to make any progress, and that is even with multiple other players playing with you.
Yeah, Ulysses said it's possible to make a game too hard. I remember some old games that were really poorly tuned and felt hard as shit.
Yeah, E.T.
Yeah. Well, E.T., the biggest challenge in E.T. was getting out of holes.
Yeah,
that
was too hard to get out of
too
that
hard
hole.
to get out of a hole. Well,
Yeah.
the game was covered in holes that you
Yeah.
could fall into.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually watched somebody who mastered getting out of the holes in E.T.
Is there anything else you do?
I mean, there are missions, but most people spend their time getting out of holes. And the speed with which he had to jump and then smash down on the movement pad so that he could get over, it was very
ridiculous.
very impressive. He
I
had
think-
milliseconds to get out of that hole, dude. Like,
Well, I think that the
and that's why they
hardest-
put all those games into a hole
Right.
and then buried them in
Right.
the desert.
You remember when people didn't like when we all thought that wasn't actually true, right?
Yeah.
Remember that was an urban legend for a very long time.
Dude spent a good chunk of his life trying to find it.
And prove
and
that it
prove
was
that it
true.
really did happen. And
Yeah.
there were millions of copies of E.T. buried in the desert, and I think it was in New Mexico.
Yeah.
They just
insane,
did
dude.
not want anybody to know that game happened.
Well, it killed video games.
It's the only reason video games made a comeback was because Nintendo created a seal of quality.
Yep.
And they got really picky about which games would get it because people didn't know if they were spending good money on a
Yep.
game that sucked ass.
And
There's
you
no way
don't
to tell.
today either.
No, that's true. Just
Like in
look that up.
Cyberpunk.
Yep, that's exactly what I was about to say.
Dude, did I tell you that they stopped working on it fixing the game to produce DLC content for it?
Well, what you needed was more shitty game.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you...
Don't fix the game that's already there. Just make more of it that doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's exact. It totally
That's
makes
what
sense.
the fans were looking for.
That's
dude.
exactly what they were looking for.
They didn't want problems solved. They wanted
No.
new problems. All right.
So I'm just trying to
Get yourself healed up.
Yeah. See, that's the trouble with some of the early game if we don't bring one of the other Jedi with us for some of this,
sure.
just because they're like Bastala's heal and Juhani's heal is a lot better than our
Jabronis.
Jabroni's heal. Right, Jabroni.
Yeah.
My bad.
Fucking jabroni, dude.
Okay, yeah. I really do like playing games like this with like you and Ulysses because you always think of the way you like interpret things is just it's a lot of stuff that I just wouldn't think of.
Yeah,
Like-
well, I mean, somebody's got to bring the autism to this game, dude.
I mean, we all bring some autism to the screen. It's just how extreme.
Yeah, well. To be fair, but not really, the base game came with virtually none of the features originally promised.
That is true. So I suppose,
Yes,
but
guys.
I'm not just talking about like expansions that they're gonna put into the game into like updates. I'm talking about paid DLC.
To hear Keanu was flattered and excited to hear that people modded that game to have sex with
Yeah,
him.
yeah, I know. I did. He was in an interview with Pete. Like the interviewer like asked him about that, or like they were talking about it. And
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves was literally like, "Oh, well, that's nice."
I mean, I don't know how I'd feel
I'd be
about that
creeped
if
out,
I was
dude.
famous, but
I'd
like,
be creeped out.
would you?
Yeah,
Why?
it's just why do people want to have sex with like a digital version of me? I don't know, man. I'd be weirded out by that.
I think I'd just hop on the game and have sex with myself.
There's two kinds of people. There's two kinds of people. Well, no name.
I'd be like 4.5 stars. Super realistic. Penis too small.
Well, I fucking no name. Did you hear that? CD Projekt Red is now going so far as to lie about compliments to the game now because they had to straight up. Is it Alex? Just buy a mirror. It's not quite the same.
It's
though,
not
you
the
know?
same, man. Like what good is it if when I thrust, I also thrust? Like somebody's got to back up on it, right? One of the me's has to back up on it.
Just back it up. Just back it up. Oh, damn. Alright. See, that is one reason why it's like you fucking bring Jedi with you.
Yeah.
Wow, so much.
Yeah, I get that.
Ah. Alright.
Yeah, there's...
Good thing I saved. That's why you save, like, basically after, like, every
Just
like,
tape a
bit of...
sex toy to the mirror.
But the mirrors, I mean, like...
Ulysses, a mirror will not allow me to get behind myself. That's not how mirrors work.
That's what you're really looking for.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. But no, Name, did I tell you that CD Projekt Red was straight up now lying about compliments? Because they were talking about how much Keanu Reeves loved the game. And Keanu Reeves came out and said, I actually haven't played it, so that's not true.
That is sad, dude.
Like, come on. Oh, I guess you need 2 mirrors. I don't think that'll... He's not a flamingo.
And if I had 2 mirrors, it'd just be like infinite versions of myself doing the same thing.
Unless that's... I mean, that's not what you're going for, is it?
Maybe it is.
You could do like a flamingo thing.
Yeah, like Interstellar, dude.
Is there a flamingo orgy at some point in Interstellar? I don't remember that.
No, I'm just talking about like when he's in the bookcase, it'd be like that,
Sure,
except
sure.
for me humping myself.
Ah. Okay.
I get, yeah. Isn't that what I want? I don't know, Ulysses. Maybe.
This is all pointless. We all know you really just want a gnome.
Wow, that's not true.
That came up during me and Michael streaming Hades too.
All you guys do is talk about me fucking gnomes. It's gotten out of control.
All the time.
It's gotten out of control, man. It's so consistent now.
Yeah, he was like, I don't play video games at all. 2 gnomes? Yeah, just get, instead of 2 mirrors, you just get 2 gnomes.
For what? What are you asking me to do to these gnomes, Sage?
I don't know, what do you want to do? What do you want those gnomes to do to you?
I don't want those gnomes at all. I don't want gnomes.
Come on, that's not true.
2 gnomes, 1 Alex. Yeah. No, I'm okay, Ulysses. Thank you, though, for your offering of 2 gnomes. I really have had it with gnomes, though, dude. Also, what's up with all these Christmas gnomes?
Well, that's every year, man. Have you not noticed that before?
There's just too many of them this year. It seems like they're much more prevalent than I remember.
You think so?
Like, yeah, I see a lot more Christmas gnomes than I remember seeing before.
Bastila has something on her mind.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'd like to know more about you so I can mock
understand
your
your
life.
curiosity, given the bond that connects us. Very well. I'll tell you a bit about myself.
I don't want to know about Bastila.
I was found to be strong with the Force at a
you're
young
gonna
age,
find
as
out.
most Padawans are. As a girl, I was given to the Order to be trained. When I joined the Order, I left my family on Tal Raven, as all Padawans do. My family is
Makes me think of Volravan,
I've had little
Raven illusion god in
discouraged.
Norse mythology.
Ooh,
Volravan, that's a cool, like...
right.
So the Jedi separate show. Yeah, I've got questions about that. I've always had questions about that. They never play. That's one of the problems in the prequel movies is they never fucking like actually
Explain
made it.
how they get those kids.
Well, no, they do, but like it would have been such more interesting a series of films if they if part of the story was about like critiquing the way that the Jedi do things and how like weird and immoral the Jedi themselves are and how like they're so pompous and. Like, I mean, like, I think in George Lucas's mind, I think he thought he was doing that. But, like, that is, like, because those movies could have been truly... Guys, it's pronounced... Yeah. No younglings in this game. Yeah, no midichlorians, no younglings, none of that damn lingo from the prequels. We're not doing any of that.
What younglings?
With family members
I just can't hear that without thinking duckling.
extremes are to be avoided.
It's like, oh no, Anakin killed the ducklings. Give me a fucking break.
Younglings.
Ducklings.
Younglings.
Ducklings.
Younglings. Saplings.
Saplings.
Yeah, like baby trees.
Sounds idiotic. I would
The
never
gift of
agree
the
to
Force
that.
comes
Sure.
with a high cost. Sacrifice of one's emotional attachments is one of the
We know
highest
there's
Jedi
actually some
must
genuinely
survive.
cool mythology
The
from like
alternative is
some
to
of
fall
those
prey
like
to the dark
Star
side.
Wars books and stuff from before Disney decanonized everything. So the Wills should have been the main characters. No, fuck you.
Yeah, dude, the wills of the Force, man.
God damn. I mean, I actually do kind of wish we could have seen those movies just to see how bad they would have been. Like, I kind of want to
Do you know how cool like Star Wars would be if it took place in a bloodstream? you know how much better it would be if
it was Osmosis Jones?
instead of a galaxy far, far away, it took place in Dave's left ventricle. Like
Emotional entanglements can be dangerous.
you would have liked that, Sage.
I mean, I would have laughed at it.
No, you would have loved it,
laughed
man.
at
No, you would have loved it.
No, I would have
man.
laughed at
You
it.
would have loved it, man.
Don't sound very
It can be a
convinced,
hard lesson
bitch.
Your
to
favorite
learn.
movie's
I've come to
Osmosis
terms with
Jones.
all of my family, but I do
mean, I
remember
don't.
missing my father terribly.
See that I don't know if that works as a taunt
Yeah.
because I don't like love that movie or significantly dislike it. So.
In a colon far, far away. Coming to a toilet near you.
Well, we're not talking about Biden right now, guys.
What? Oh. Well, but I mean, I'm just saying, dude, like, you know. Oh, No Name said, is it mean of me to have just watched Kim struggling with our shitty can opener knowing a really good one is in her Christmas stocking?
And doted on me. My mother.
No?
Nah, because it's got to be a
No,
surprise.
it's gotta be a surprise.
Yeah.
And now she's recently struggled with that can opener.
She'll appreciate
the new
Yeah.
one even more.
Exactly. It's create. You should, in fact, like encourage every dinner this week before
Requires
Christmas.
canned food.
Yeah, requiring canned food so that she really just feels like irritated by it, and then when you give it to her, she'll be like ecstatic about the gift.
No Name said that happened. It was a Disney ride called Body Wars. Oh yeah, and then Osmosis Jones. Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. That I was supposed to do. But no, like there's actually legitimately cool mythology in some of the Star Wars books, right? Like there's if you go like really fucking far into the past, right? Like the most ancient version of the Jedi lived on this fucking planet in the middle of like a cosmic storm. And so like the storm, like without the Jedi there would constantly be throwing like basically causing like a fucking apocalypse, right?
Okay.
But all the Jedi on the planet are perfectly in tune with both the dark side and the light side, right? They're with both, and if any of them fall even just a little bit to either side, they're
Right.
exiled to one of the planet's moons. So like if they fall too far to the light, they get exiled to the dark side of the dark moon, and they're like, you
Okay.
need to get back in touch with your dark side, otherwise you're gonna fucking cause this planet to collapse. So like the Jedi, the original iteration of the Jedi that exist in the mythology,
They were good and evil.
yeah, there was
They
all
were,
about
like,
a balance
balanced.
between the two, in not just like in terms of like peace in the galaxy, but it was more of a spiritual like
Yeah.
you need to be
like feng shui. Like you gotta move.
Yes.
You gotta move your couch to the other side of the room.
exactly.
Yeah. No. That,
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, like, think about
you're
it, like,
telling
think
me
about
I could have watched a Jedi interior decorating movie?
I don't know if that's quite what I was.
I would
for,
watch
but-
that, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like, what do you think? What do you think the central tenets of like interior
Even a
design
Jedi
for the
cannot always
Jedi
control
are?
the feelings.
No,
What?
I feel like the Sith are very monochromatic, at least.
You think
right?
so?
Yeah.
I think the Sith are probably into kind of minimalist design and shit like that.
But like seriously though, like
Yeah.
isn't that a more like wouldn't to say that this is what they used to be and then what they are in the prequels is they're obsessed with one aspect of things and they have like lost their way and they are completely out of tune with what they should be and
Like-
they've become
Like
corrupt.
they're trying to be
and,
too
like,
good.
Well, yeah, it's like I mean,
Yeah.
it's like it's because it doesn't work, right? They kidnap children, cut them off from their families, raise them not to have feelings. Like I mean, they're literally creating fucking an army of sociopaths.
Yeah, it's like Bendu from
That's an
Rebels.
interesting.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
that's
Yeah,
totally
exactly.
that's
Yeah.
totally a part of that. Like just that would be a more interesting fucking Star Wars story. And like the prequels would have been way fucking cooler if part of the focus of the story had been that the Jedi have fallen so far from what they
See,
were
my-
supposed to be.
My big beef with the prequels.
I mean, there's a lot.
No, there's only a couple major problems I have with the prequels.
Only a couple.
Only a couple.
Only a
Yeah.
couple.
One of my
Man, I can
biggest
think of like 30
one of-
things of
one of my
fucking
biggest
minute
one of
of
my
screen
biggest
time.
one of my biggest problems with the prequels is that they never sat down and like really got to the heart of what the trade issues in
Dude,
the galaxy were. I never understood exactly what the Trade Federation was upset about. I mean, was it like, the tariffs on like Tatooine too high? Like they never got down to it.
So to stay on this planet, you have if you save someone's life, you need to immediately go kill someone. Well, I don't think it's like in terms of that kind of like taking action, more of like a spiritual balance and a sense of your own being, like drifting towards either end of the.
Yeah,
course.
Ulysses is with me. He said we need future KOTORs to cover tax law.
No,
Sage,
we could leave
Sage,
the tax law
Sage,
out of
Sage,
the one
Sage,
thing,
Sage,
the one Star Wars thing I love does not need the tax law. No tax law.
Do you understand that the top line income tax rate on smugglers in this part of the galaxy is too high? It is stifling innovation in the smuggling industry. Dude.
Oh my god. The smugglers are fucking criminals. They're not paying taxes. The smugglers in Star Wars are criminals.
I'm pretty sure.
Han Solo?
What? You don't think
He
Han?
was a criminal. He was not
you
paying
don't think
taxes.
Han was paying taxes? You don't think the space IRS was on his ass, dude? Like,
Maybe the Empires, but like,
yeah, dude. I bet the Empire was showing up with accountants.
you play as a Jedi IRS accountant checking the Hutt's budgets.
That would be, dude. Come on, you want to play that game?
I don't want to.
You want to play that game, dude?
I don't want to.
Think about the excitement you would get when you figure out that that Jabba missed a zero, dude, and his ass was going to jail.
That's not exciting.
What? You took him down, dude, like Al Capone, but Star Wars. Dude, I don't know what you get out of video games, dude. That sounds like fun to me.
Yeah, no, dude, no. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, no name makes.
Okay,
makes
but for how long they spend on trade negotiations, they don't actually talk. Well, I mean, yeah, that's true. They're just kind of saying
They
bullshit.
never get to the heart of the. I'm just saying they talk about the trade issues and shit for so much.
But they
of the
don't
movie,
say what the
and
trade
they never
issues
explain
are.
like what needs to be resolved. Like,
That's true.
yeah.
That is true. I will say that.
Oh, yeah, they just pay pointless lip service because Lucas don't actually understand shit.
That's true. George Lucas is
Yeah,
kind of a dumbass.
I can't imagine George Lucas would have been able to get to the point where he'd come up with a legitimate
Well,
dispute people
I mean,
could have
the
on it.
problem is just right there. He can't get to the fucking point.
Well, that's true.
I mean, like, there's something to be said about the idea of what the prequel stories, like, could have been, right? Like, you talk about, like, you talk about this idea of, like, Anakin becoming Darth Vader, right? You approach that story as, like, almost like a Lucifer's fall type thing.
One of my biggest problems.
That could be cool.
One of my biggest problems is, although Anakin for a lot of the movie comes off as brash and kind of douchey,
Yes.
and whiny and
Yeah.
shit,
And
he
bitchy.
never gives you an inkling coming up to it that he has some like evil in him until like all of a sudden it's
When he commits genocide.
Yeah,
against
when
the
he
Tusken
kills-
Raiders in the second movie.
Yeah, I mean that was your first kind of like idea,
A little bit, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean it had
not
a lot
much.
to do with his mom.
Yeah.
Like,
well, like,
but,
there's an
but
idea.
I was just like,
they
like,
don't explore.
like that was like a crime of passion. But if they would have given you an inkling of like cruelty from him
Right.
earlier in the movies, then it would have seemed.
Well,
more
he did
like,
kill the children when he killed all the Tusken Raiders too.
Yeah.
I'm just like, again, it's a thing where like there's an idea there, but they don't explore it, right? Like, let's just say again, hypothetically, right? And I have thought about rewriting the prequels, right, many times. But like, I think the actual character arc and the focal point should be that Anakin should have been freed from being a slave, and then felt like the Jedi were also treating him like a slave, and like he just got passed around like as a slave from different masters, and that the lack of respect is what like really.
Do you think they were
led to that
passing
downfall.
Anakin around?
No, it's not. God damn it! Probably would be a better movie if they did name the problems, but,
But
it should
dude,
at least have that much
okay.
if that's going to be a drama. Yeah, well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
talk about what your main plot points are.
But Sage, if they had been passing Anakin around, and then you got some of like that Catholic church vibe, then you could really understand.
That would be a really dark turn for Star Wars.
You really understand where Anakin was coming from, dude.
Yeah, if he was being raped,
if
I
there's-
would understand
if
where he
there
was coming from.
If there was like a scandal like that broke out among the Jedi, like then I would have like clapped for Darth Vader. I'd be like, that's right. Like,
Yeah, no, you're right about that. All right. We only have one party member left to get.
right.
We've got all our. All right, so now let's go back. We've dealt with all the enemies in between. Absolutely, it doesn't make sense. Yeah. No, for sure. For sure.
Also, why wasn't Anakin the one to jump out the window in 2? Obi-Wan was more reckless for no reason.
Yeah, well, like, the way that Obi-Wan Kenobi describes his relationship with Anakin in the original movies
is not the relationship they had.
No, dude, the relationship that they should have fucking had was basically just Lethal Weapon in space.
Yeah.
That's what the Star Wars prequels should have been. It should have been essentially a Star Wars version of Lethal Weapon. Riggs and Murtaugh.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Have fucking have Anakin be this crazy fucking reckless, just dangerously almost suicidally,
and then Obi-Wan
but also kind of badass
like,
too.
I'm too old for this shit.
Basically,
like, yeah.
That's what those movies should have been.
It didn't help that Ewan McGregor didn't like come off as much older than Anakin in those movies.
Well, yeah, that's because they aged Anakin up so much, but then didn't age up the other characters around him, right? From the first and second movie. I mean, like, think about how creepy the age difference between Anakin and Padme is, right? Like, she's like clearly like in her late teen years already in that first movie, and he's like a 10-year-old.
Like vulnerable vibes from him that the Jedi were doing.
I mean, enough to fuck him, even though he's like 10 years younger
just
than
like
him.
the Jedi, dude.
Yeah. All right, it's Mad Claw. Taint upon our land.
That's what happens when you sit down naked, dude. You get your taint on people's land.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah,
What does he mean? What taint?
Yeah, what taint, dude?
What does he mean? What taint? I am the taint. I am the taint. I was gonna try and do a walrus. I am the walrus thing, but I couldn't think of it. Gooch, Kachoo?
Gooch,
Gooch, Kachoo. You and the outcast Mad Claw will be taken to Chundar.
Chandar.
Chundar.
Chandar sounds like
Chundar.
like an interesting guy, dude.
Yeah. God damn, dude, I can't wait for the fucking remake. I'm seriously. And Zalbar is not allowed to go with us either.
Wow.
That's a mission. She might have interesting dialogue based on this location. Because she's Zalbar's, like, friend or whatever.
Yeah, right. She might.
Get different character dialogue depending on who you bring into what situation.
Right.
Alright, Wookiee Council, this is about to be a lot of growling. Again, at least there's subtitles.
Ooh, mighty and wise Chandar has a pretty sick sword right there, dude.
He does. It kind of looks like Thanos' sword from Endgame.
Kind of, yeah.
They're flanked by Zherka slavers. Are they not outsiders, or have you sold all of Kashyyyk to them? Like, this is actually like an interesting story too, right? Though, like, even if we weren't making all the jokes that we are, like, this is all about like how this whole planet of aliens has been enslaved by this corporation, and there's like traders that are selling his own kind.
Yeah,
like
their leadership has like gotten in on selling.
Like there's some really dark storytelling going on in this game, and I mean, even as like a little kid, it was not the original movies that really made me love Star Wars. It was always this game.
Sure. Yeah.
You know.
Well, it's definitely more interesting than. I love the original movies.
No, I like the original movies too, but like this is a more complex and mature story than even those. I think. Nor should I dealing with me. No leverage here. Well, we're evil, so I mean, we do have just the threat of murder at any time.
That's always a problem.
Even the original movies have problems. They do. Yeah, they do for sure. Granted, they're nothing.
Oh, his dad.
You know.
Their dad's enslaved.
Yeah. And so the brother like sold their own father into slavery, which is probably one of the things they were fighting about originally.
Yeah, I mean,
for sure. Yeah, I mean, like I like the original movies, but they're not perfect.
they have problems. Yeah. They have enough of the sheen of like.
Is there a point to this? If this is only going to lead to a fight, I'd like to get to it. Fight, you wouldn't survive. The village believes in me. They would rise to kill you. If you say so.
This dude's so cocky, man.
Salvar's
so
brother.
Sure?
He's been selling his own people into slavery, right, for years. He has basically lied to them about what he's doing.
They love him.
Yeah, well, because he's the
3 annoyed you? Oh yeah.
1 and 2, 3 annoyed me. 3 has some grades. Return of the Jedi is Michael's favorite of the 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Over Empire?
Yeah.
Empire's my favorite.
Empire's my favorite.
I
too.
know that's the stereotypical answer, but it is the best.
Well, I mean, it just how many things? Even Infinity War was kind of copying the plot structure of Empire Strikes Back, right? Like the kind of trope story of the heroes losing, and then having to kind of come back in the next one to try and fix things. Like that started with that movie.
Yeah.
Hey, Shino, what's up?
Hey,
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
They're sand people, man. People of sand.
Alex, we decided. Yeah, I always say people of sand.
We do say. You always say people of sand.
You have to say it's otherwise it's racist.
It's racist otherwise.
Let's see. Standing against you, the first of many, perhaps. You mean sexist?
I mean,
I don't know. The way they talk about those Tusken Raiders, I don't know.
yeah,
I think
I
it was
don't know.
definitely racism.
They were talking about the Tusken Raiders, and when they were saying sand people, it made me uncomfortable. But yeah, I mean, it's also sexist not to acknowledge that, sand comes in all genders.
How you doing, Yoshino? How you doing tonight?
What's up, man?
Let's see. What happened with you? Give me your version. Took offense to my trading a few of our people for favors. Sexual favors, I bet.
Man, when you get down to trading,
How do you think...
When you get down to trading people for blowjobs, the economy is just out of whack.
That's true.
People give blowjobs. How do you trade people for blowjobs?
I don't know, man.
I
don't know.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Dude.
Maybe there's a Wookiee Jeffrey Epstein somewhere in here.
I hope not, dude. Please don't tell me.
No, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
Doing great. Spent too much money on one stream. Yeah. Just spending money on streams. You have a complete lack of remorse for your actions, like a big hairy hut, which explains why the Wookiees in this room haven't killed you. I am wondering though, how do you think the Wookiees clean themselves exactly? Do you think they have to use
like cats.
a shop vac?
Like cats, dude. They
lick themselves. Do you think they lick each other?
Probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, good chance you're walking on Zalbar later.
Damn, 400 pounds.
Damn,
That's a
man.
lot, dude. That's a lot. That's good. That should be an awesome stream, dude. That's for your own New Year's Eve stream. Yeah, that should be a cool stream. If you spent that much money on it. Tell me about the Shadowlands. The Shadowlands isn't something I'm really excited to see in the remake because it's the forest floor. You've got these trees that are thousands of years old and the size of multiple skyscrapers stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, people don't realize walking into into the Amazon how fucking dark it can get.
Oh,
You're walking through
dude.
there just pitch black. How old is this game?
2003?
Yeah.
2003?
Yep. Oh, man.
Old as shit. in video game years, at least, it is. But hey, they announced that remake just this year. They announced that remake. I am fucking excited.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, this like I said, this game is the only reason I actually think I really liked Star Wars when I was a kid.
Sure.
Because the movies, the prequels coming out at the time, I don't think those would have done it.
Oh, you wouldn't have fallen in love with Jar Jar if it wasn't for this game?
Well, no, the game did not make me fall in love. Nothing could make me fall in love with that minstrel show.
I don't know, man.
Dude, if you want to talk, the Tusken Raiders is one thing. If you want to talk about racism in Star Wars, Jar Jar, you don't need to go any farther than Jar Jar Binks.
Biscuits or cookies?
Just like our personal preference.
Wait. Okay. What do
Sage
you
preferred Watto?
consider? What
No.
do you consider a biscuit, though, Yoshino? Because like biscuits in America and biscuits over there are different deals.
Sure.
Like,
Because a biscuit here is, I
there's all. I like a
I
biscuit.
like a good biscuit.
Yeah, biscuits are good. Wait, what are cookies called? Wait.
Did you just ask me what cookies are called?
I thought cookies were called biscuits in the UK.
Oh, are they? I didn't know.
I think so. No, I don't know. You consider it a biscuit? You consider a cookie a biscuit? Okay. I was gonna say. I think about that. I mean, like, I was like, I don't even think they call things cookies in the UK. I think they're biscuits.
Also, Ulysses, fuck you.
We
I
definitely
do not
say
prefer
cookies.
Watto.
Sage does prefer Watto.
I don't prefer
dude.
Watto.
Yeah.
You saw how hard he tried to rip them off.
What?
Watto.
So? Dude, it's
Oh, there's just so much of that shit. I consider a biscuit a biscuit.
Because you don't recognize cookies as things? I mean...
Play along, I'll see what I can do. Yeah, no, that's fucking Thanos' sword.
It's
from
dope.
Endgame,
It's
dude.
dope. I like
That's
it.
absolutely the sword Thanos had.
Count on us.
Dude, you can spin that. You see how the blades are alternating in direction?
Yeah.
Too? That's so you can spin that shit around in a circle and always hit people with the sharp end.
Yeah.
It's like a helicopter rotor.
We have cookies and biscuits. They're the same.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I get like the British English and American English. Sometimes
Mixed up a little bit.
Well, or just the words being different, you know.
Right.
Sometimes you guys seem like you have better words for stuff, but then again, I think sometimes we got better words for stuff.
Just depends on what it is.
Yeah, I think truck is a better word than lorry. I'm not a fan of the word lorry.
I'm here.
Lift and elevator both seem to get the point across.
Yeah, that's the same thing. It was not long ago that Kashyyyk had no outsider taint.
These outsiders bringing their fresh taints
Oh,
to
that's
our land.
that's a lady. Oh wait, no, it's not. I thought. Okay, never mind.
That's not a lady Wookiee?
I mistook the shape.
Oh, what's that?
I thought it had. I thought I saw tits for a second.
Ew.
They don't want to
Wookiee.
talk to us either.
Wookiee boobies, dude.
I don't. Yeah, I don't want. I don't want to see it, but I thought I did. For a moment there.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you do? Shave them?
I mean, I doubt they do.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they don't. No way. Yeah, we'll ask you some questions. Why, so you can better exploit us.
Why don't these Wookiees have names like Itchy and Lumpy, though?
Yeah, I think names like, Star Wars has some dumb names in general, I think, but, like, names like that, I think, are relegated to that holiday special. Because I demand it, do not anger me. Just another body in the armor we face from all sides at all times.
Things sound pretty dark on Kashyyyk.
Yeah, dude, Kashyyyk is in a bad place, dude.
That's sad, man.
Isn't this a more interesting representation of Kashyyyk than what you got in that fucking third movie, where it's just kind of an action scene?
Yeah.
Why do your leaders allow slavers to take people? Well, I mean, he is doing that. I feel like that's okay. Like, that's a good thing to have questions about.
What, Sage? You don't know if this is like, if he has good reason.
I don't give you much thought, you're primitives. Oh, he's angry now. You can hear it in his... You can hear that roar. He's pissed.
Yeah, he's not happy, man.
Not at all. To them, respect even with our doubts. What if I told you Chindar is in league with the slavers? Yeah, these Wookiees, they really don't like to listen.
Goodness, yeah, they're like brainwashed, dude.
Basically, yeah, by one of their own kind who is enslaving them.
Yep, his voice went from llama to lion for a moment there.
It did. No,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah,
It
he
did.
was pissed.
It's like, you don't want to deal with an angry Wookiee. You really don't.
How much do you think Wookiees shed?
Oh my god, dude.
Could you
fucking
imagine what they would do to your furniture?
Oh yeah, dude. No, it'd be horrible.
That'd
be absolutely horrible.
I would be looking at a Wookiee like, you're an outside Wookiee, that's for sure.
Yeah, you ain't living in the
fuck out of the
house.
house. Like,
Yeah, no living in the house for
do you
Wookiee.
think they cough up hairballs? Oh my god, could you
Probably.
imagine finding a Wookiee
Well,
hairball?
if they clean themselves like cats, then they absolutely
I
cough up
bet
hairballs.
you could have walked into a room on the Millennium Falcon and found Chewbacca with his leg up over his head.
Just licking his dumb dick.
Yeah, just go walk in and be like, oh god.
You think Han was used to it and just like he was just like, oh whatever, just leave, just don't go in there during bath time.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose you probably, like my cat does it and I just turn away in disgust.
Right.
They either shed or have to cut all their hair. I don't think Wookiees would be big on personal grooming.
I mean,
I think they just look
Zalbar
like
said that he refuses
Yeah.
to brush his teeth or comb his fur.
Yeah,
in
they
this
look,
game, he actively
they
said
look
that,
like
so.
what's his Uncle Fester? Is he the fucking hairy one?
Yeah, no, Uncle Fester is the cousin It.
Cousin It.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of
Cousin
Cousin It. That's what
Yeah.
they'd be look like if they had to, if their hair just kept growing.
It's
for
amazing
sure.
you can see they're like sheepdogs.
They are,
but
yeah.
like people. They're like people-sized
Bald
sheepdogs.
Wookiees would look upsetting. They'd look worse than those bald bears.
Oh my
dude.
god, dude! I don't want to see what a Wookiee looks like with no fur on it.
Yeah, no.
Gore Wookiee. Down in the elevator basket.
Gore Wookin.
Gore Wookiee.
I do think Chundar's a good name. I don't know about Gore Wookin.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think Star Wars is littered with dumb fucking names.
Yeah.
Even Luke Skywalker, I think, is kind of a dumb name.
Chundar. Chundar.
AC/DC.
Yeah. Oh, that's Michael.
I think that's quite what that is. Yeah, that's a very useful power.
Pushes him back a little bit. With a name like that, he should be a TV chef. Cooking with Gore Wookin.
Cooking with Gore Wookin, that's like, oh, that's great. I'd love to see like a bunch of like Star Wars reality shows or some shit.
Oh
like
my
that.
god, I want to watch that.
You don't want to watch that?
What would you watch? What?
Cooking with Gore Wookin.
Cooking with Gore
Yeah.
Wookin?
I mean,
Okay.
I'm thinking we
Okay,
make
what
them
else?
so they're funny.
Okay, well, what else would you watch? Like,
I don't know. That's the only one.
Okay.
That one just specifically sounds fun.
Okay. I can just like, I don't know, like Boba Fett trades in, stops bounty hunting, starts house hunting and shit. Like just like talking into his wrist like, this is a mid-century sea range. We're gonna go sneak up on it and make an offer.
I'd watch that too. You're selling me on the idea. dude.
Not watch that.
You're selling me on it, man.
You would watch Boba Fett buy and flip houses.
Yeah.
You would.
Yeah.
You would.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, man, whatever.
No, I wouldn't. no, I wouldn't. Take the Jedi with us for right now, because they're helpful in a fight. Bastille and Jabroni combat-wise, they are like kind of your best team in the game.
Oh man, Jabroni is kind of a jabroni.
Jabroni's kind of jabroni.
She's a jabroni, dude. She'd be running into fights, getting herself in trouble and shit.
That's just every character fucking does that because the AI is stupid.
Nah, I don't know. She's the worst about it. Remember she went up and attacked, what were those things called?
Bastille was doing it too.
I don't know. She ran up on one of those fucking, what were those things with the
Sand
plates
people.
in their head? No, the people, not the people of sand. The...
You're talking about the fucking the ones that had the really funny looking walking. or, like,
Yeah,
run
yeah.
animation.
She
The
got them
wraith
running.
things.
Yeah,
Wraith,
yeah.
whatever.
Raids.
Wraiths or whatever.
No,
whatever
they were
the fuck.
raids. They were called raids with a W.
Weren't they called raids though?
No, they were just called raids.
They had 2 words in their name. I
No,
swear.
no. They were just called raids, dude. Yeah,
They had a last
Ulysses
name.
agrees. They were called raids. They didn't have last names.
Well, not individual ones.
No, it was just raids. Yeah. We were making jokes about how there was like they had ghost aids. Like,
Right.
yeah.
Man, AIDS comes up a lot on this stream. Mostly on the Hades streams with me and Michael, because Ulysses is always talking about AIDS in the chat. But
Yeah, Ulysses. Well, what? Ulysses is starting. He's over cannibalism now. He's on to AIDS.
It's just cannibalism when it's the three of us, and then AIDS when it's Michael.
Oh, okay.
It depends on who he's talking to. Sometimes AIDS is more important to him. Sometimes cannibalism is more important to him.
Well, you know, I mean, all of the most important topics. Lightsabers are dope, dude.
Oh, they're a cool fucking weapon. Comes in Hades because Hades has AIDS. Well, so like, there's in pretty much every part of the whole thing in Hades, right, is you're constantly getting boons from gods, like special abilities. And there's one in particular, right, that's like a super move that you like build up a meter to use, and each different god can grant you one. And every time you get the option to get one of those moves, it's always called Poseidon's Aid or Zeus's Aid or Athena's Aid. Yeah. And every time that comes up, that Ulysses just starts talking about it.
Ulysses said it comes in Hades because Hades has AIDS.
Yeah, that force lightning's actually like really fucking good too.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, if nothing else, it's pushing the enemies back. They lose their chance.
It's also, it does a massive amount of damage. Gotta head out, going from this convo to Wait, like you're gonna watch the movie Polar Express where all the characters have the deadest eyes you've ever seen? Or like, are you like, wait, what? I'm just curious before you go. Is that what you're doing?
You're gonna
watch that Tom Hanks with every character has the creepy
hot chocolate. That one.
Every character has the dead eyes, and it's like super creepy. But also, like, have a good night, and thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, that Polar Express movie is
Don't
something.
test me, Wookiee. I go where I wish.
That Polar Express movie was using CG a little before it was ready for like cartoons.
And I mean, you know what? It's good that they did because it pushed the technology, and you know, it also gave you a good example to look at and go, "This is what you don't do."
Yeah.
Or this is what you need to do better.
100%,
man. Show me proper respect or you'll regret it.
It is. It is.
I will fight you at best, my warrior. Comrades will slaughter you only for ships to burn our homes later. Go away, fool. I won't listen to you.
Uncanny Valley, the Christmas movie.
Uncanny Valley, yeah, that's true.
That is definitely
100% true.
Yeah. That's also, I think, after that movie, they decided that they were going to animate. They were going to use CGI to make things that were still a little more cartoonish than they were trying to do in Polar Express, too. Like they found a style that you can do with CGI now that still looks like a cartoon, not like it's attempting to look like real life.
Right.
Which, you know, less hard on the eyes.
Right. So, yeah, definitely. This is Gorwookin.
Oh, there's Gorwookin.
Yep.
We're gonna go access the Shadowlands.
Walk with care, only your bravest return. Your soft feet are a barely tolerated insult. They got hard. Just lock the thing and lower me down. The scent is long, be still, or we will attract unwelcome visitors.
Unwelcome visitors. You better
All right, we're going
you
to
better
the
start
Shadowlands.
jumping up and down on this thing, dude.
I always remembered thinking, like, this is cool, just how fucking far down this shit is.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
National Treasure.
National
Treasure 2.
The elevator's in the first one.
Is that in the first one?
That's the first one.
Ah, yep, that's what that reminds me of.
Alright, well.
You love National Treasure, dude.
I don't love it.
You love National Treasure.
No, I mean, I think they're fun.
That's where you learned everything you know about American history.
Got lucky on Terrace. The Sith attack saved you from a quick and
I do think there's a decent number of Americans that probably did learn most of their American history from that movie, though.
How many people do you think they can flip the Constitution over and read something?
Traveled a long way to die, Callow.
Showtime.
Oh, shit. fucking lob grenades.
Your wish?
Wookiee dog.
Yes.
Come on, Bastling, you fucking idiot. You run right into the grenades. That's just, I mean, the AI in general in these games isn't, you know, it's old. Very old. You need some health. Oh, actually.
Yeah,
Well, we
whatever. Yeah, easy enough.
I remember that guy being harder.
Fucking dead now.
Hey, we killed that bounty hunter. That's been chasing us since almost the
Oh
beginning of the
man,
game.
those remains still got full health though.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Well, I mean, he's dead. It doesn't really matter, right? Alright, well, we took out, I mean, kind of one of the,
I'm here.
you know, I mean, that's a
people
character
who are
that's been
after
around
us.
since the beginning of
Yeah.
the game. Heard nothing of your progress, so I assume there hasn't been any. Hey, fuck you. Take you back to the service, but yeah, no. I don't want to, not ready to go out. It's not what we're doing. But yeah, I always thought this
Oh,
was
is
just
that
a cool
Is that
environment.
a big beehive?
Something like
Go
that,
hit
yeah.
it, dude.
You can't, unfortunately.
Oh. Something fun lives in there.
Katarn. Ooh, yeah, look at these fucking lizards,
Fucking
dude.
dinosaurs and shit down here.
What is it? The force fight. I'm here.
I feel like we're making more progress on here than we were on Tatooine.
Yes.
Just
definitely.
combat-wise.
Yeah, for sure.
Your wish?
They can't target.
What can I do?
God damn it. How? Okay, how? That is in your line of sight. There we go.
That's the bull Qatar, dude.
Blue Katarn.
Yeah.
Takes a big Katarn shit.
That
Thing, you
was-
see those things?
Where's the Qatar and shit?
Well, I mean, that's sort of digging in. I'm sure we'll dig in some at some point.
Why?
I don't know. Just guess.
Because you want to, is what you're saying. You're looking-
Well,
Who? Is that Jabroni again?
no.
Oh shit! Who the fuck is that? There's a Jedi down here.
Voiced by Phil Lamar.
Nice. Is this our last guy?
This is the last party member.
Oh, nice, nice.
Jolie Bindo.
Damnable racket of battle. Watch yourself. Even more of these crawling beasts are hiding in the
Mark,
underbrush.
look more like Gorgonopsids than dinos. Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah.
I don't know what
See,
a Gorgonopsid is, dude.
Helper, don't
I'm
stay
Jolie-
out of my way.
Jolie Bindo. Follow me to my cabin. We'll talk a bit.
Who are you to give me orders, old man?
Follow now or stumble around on your own, but I'm too old to care whether you think I'm babysitting you. Keep close. It's nearby under a log. Yeah, I live like some burrowing rodent. I fought the Sith. Now look at me.
He's just like a cranky old man.
Fuck, he lives under a log? There's gotta be better places to live than under a log.
Look at these little monkey things.
Facts.
Yep.
Gorgonopsids were big predators before dinos evolved. Okay, yeah, fair enough, man.
I mean, actually, he the way he described his house, honestly, kind of undersold it. Like, it's actually surprisingly nice looking what he was able to put
Okay,
together
so
down
he's
here.
not just living under a log, like a
Yeah, I mean,
grub.
he's got a door. It looks like
Okay.
there's lights in
It
there.
made it sound like he was fucking living like a larva
You
or
know how
something.
old people always complain about their problems and make them
It's
sound more
probably-
ridiculous than they
probably
really are.
true, dude.
Well, just in real life,
Yeah, I mean,
old
that's-
people constantly do that.
yeah,
They always
look
make
at
a
him
bigger deal out of things than they really are.
bitching about having a
Pull up a
move.
stump and be comfortable.
Yeah.
We should discuss a few things.
I've no time for your prattling.
Sure you are, but you have to take time to listen. Really. You shouldn't try so hard to make new enemies. You don't
Oh,
wanna
we're
be
gonna.
just another fool with a big impatient chip on their shoulder. That's a dark.
Oh, we're on a dark. You don't know the things we've
Yeah,
done.
dude, we're fucking impatient as shit.
Speak first, and I'll see if you can be of use.
Oh, your manner is fearsome. Like the little others
Like
I should
Jon
from
Stewart
the dark.
in Justice League, also the voice of Samurai Jack.
Too old for
Right?
Yep. I love Phil
you
Lamar,
have
dude.
questions, then ask them.
Alright. I need information.
Now, why would
Have you any
ask
knowledge of
about
Star
that?
Wars?
Don't answer. I knew that had to be why you were here.
You're gonna say, you know, people always live in larva.
Not quite where I was gonna go with it, but you know.
Yeah. Sometimes they
Get
are
to the-
covered. Sometimes they are covered in bugs, dude.
Yeah. Get to the point, old man.
Interesting place. More so than anyone suspects. If Circa Corporation knew, the planet would be a strip mine. The Wookiees have their legends that they were not always here. But it is more than that. The trees themselves are strangers.
That's one of my favorite Doug Stanhope jokes.
Yeah.
Is when he's talking about he's like, some lady in a nursing home died of 235 ant bites. ant bites. And somebody had to count those. No bitch about my job.
What I'm saying is that there are literally walls in your way. And you won't find what you need without my help. And my help has a price. You must do a task for me, and then allow me to join with you. I will then remove certain barriers in your path.
Hey, T-Bone.
What the fuck? He's forcing us to be his friend?
Basically.
That's lame.
Why should I trust you, you crazy old coot?
I
know this sounds absurd, but I'm old and entitled to work you around a bit. Besides,
That sounds dirty. How you doing, T-Bone?
What's up,
Good to see
T-Bone?
T-Bone was there during me and Michael's Hades stream earlier today. Got into a really cool like writing workshop conversation. That was good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see. Why not just go get rid of them yourself?
Back to your elders, child. Look, they know me quite well, and are always on alert when I approach. The only way I could get rid of them would be violence, which would eventually lead to trouble for the Wookiees. I want them gone, but with as little fuss as possible. They have already caused enough trouble as it is.
Also, we'll just go kill them. Where are they? How many?
Northeast of here. There's usually 5 in the area, as far as I can see. The captain of the lot is the one that earned my ire. Mishandle my garden, Willie.
God, this dude is fucking old.
I know. They
Holy
play it up.
shit.
They play it up quite a bit. Why would you want to join up with me?
Ship. I've seen all I wish to hear. Isn't that enough?
You've got such good conversations. I'm good. And what are your thoughts on dying of ant bites? It's the best way to greet people.
They don't respect
Why do you care if they're there?
They're butchering wildlife and threatening entire species. It's getting under my skin. The Wookiees could take care of themselves if they wished, but the animals are truly helpless victims.
So I see. So the aged semi-Jedi wants me to get some kids off his lawn. That's the actual.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, an old man that's getting fussy. Call me foolish if you will. I don't care. You still have to do it. Their camp is in the far northeast. Now remember, if I wanted them
My
dead,
thoughts are that I'd prefer not to. Are there other options?
good. Return to me here and we'll see how you have done. Shoot.
He's literally shooing us.
Jesus.
Literally shooing us. He's such an old fucking man.
Old fart, man. He's pissing me off.
Yeah.
Sick of his shit.
He's getting to you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. It's 2 lightsabers.
Nice. Can we dual wield lightsabers? Yeah!
Yes, we can.
That's what I'm talking about.
Back. Juhani. Give her. Oh, we did not give her very much stuff in general. Some extra
Hey, you could
strength.
always die of one of those STDs that are spreading around in nursing homes.
What?
You know, the canon version of Revan actually carries around, one red and one purple lightsaber.
That's cool. Man, how would you like to catch gonorrhea for the first time at 85 years old?
I mean, that's a thing in nursing homes. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I was
T-bone.
just,
Yeah.
I was just telling a joke from a comedian I like about that.
I mean, it's kind
But
of.
it did happen to somebody.
I mean, there's kind of an epidemic of STDs in nursing homes.
I think you're talking about the ant bites, but yeah, there is an epidemic of STDs in nursing homes.
Well, I was thinking about that because you brought up.
Oh yeah. Achievement gonorrhea at 85.
Achievement unlocked. If we ever make a video game and we have to
God.
have trophies in it for like the PlayStation system or whatever, that's gonna be one of the trophies. I don't even care if it makes sense to the game. Oh no!
You could make. They should make like a Grand Theft Auto game with
All
only
about
elderly,
gonorrhea?
or just with elderly people. They should make Grand Theft Auto like, you know what The Villages is? It's a retirement community in Florida with like over 100,000 people living there, and the only vehicles allowed inside are golf carts. So it's just like
Really?
yeah, it's just thousands of old people getting everywhere on fucking golf carts and shit.
That sounds like a South Park episode.
Think how fun a Grand Theft Auto game there would be, though.
That would be fucking hilarious.
Just you as like an old dude pulling people out of a golf cart and stealing.
That would be hilarious.
Grand Theft Gonorrhea.
Grand Theft Gonorrhea, yeah. I played GTA with old people. Truly sounds like fun.
Wait, there was a nursing home where the residents got eaten by gators?
Oh, you don't know about that?
No, I didn't know.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, dude. Oh, well, here, I'll tell the story in Ulysses. If you think of any details that I forget, you could pop them in. But, like, they straight up, dude. Straight up. There was this fucking nursing home, and they built it literally right outside. It was like...
That's probably why they shouldn't have so many old people in Florida.
Well, it wasn't just that, but they irresponsibly built, like, this fucking nursing home, like, directly on a lake with fucking gators in it. And the security was really shitty, so, like, the old people would leave constantly. Like, no one would stop them from walking out of the building. So these fucking old people with dementia walk out of the building, go down a walkway by the water, and then just alligators are fucking snatching them off the walkways.
That's gotta be... The gators have never had an easier life than dozens of Bidens, like, walking across a bridge.
Yeah, that's exactly what fucking happened.
Oh my god, dude.
That's exactly what was fucking happening. Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Ulysses might remember some other details that I don't. Like, that's 100% a real thing.
Wow, that's fucking irresponsible, dude.
Oh, it's incredibly irresponsible. Like, those alligators were eating good. Gators probably had to chew through a lot of shitty pants, though. I don't want to laugh, but that's insane. Oh, that's okay to laugh. It's
Okay.
Fucking reality's a cartoon.
Yeah, it is.
Reality's a cartoon. We've long since passed.
And come on,
things making
come
sense.
on. If one of your relatives was in a nursing home and like had dementia and shit, and was gonna like die of old age with like a half a bite of pudding in their mouth, like
like it's already a sad fucking like.
yeah, right. But like at least you'd be able to tell people that grandma didn't just have a stroke and like fall face forward and like fucking beef and barley soup.
Right.
But like
I mean, like, at least it's a story.
Yeah,
that's,
right.
I mean, right? Like, that's your
Yeah.
main point. At least that's a story.
yeah, then you can be like, Uncle Al died doing what he loved, being eaten by fucking alligators.
Is that what anyone loves?
Who are you, another civil merchant like that Koro slime up on the docking ring? This is my territory.
It's a fair
I
point.
don't
Yeah,
like
no,
it.
I
I
think
don't
so.
persuade easily.
Yeah, they did close the nursing home because of the lack of responsibility.
yeah, well,
They did not keep it open.
are you sure?
You're gonna stop me? I go where I
I don't
want.
care if you want to play tourist down here, but you behave yourself or we'll have a problem. I've got a job to do.
Specifically, the walking back was dangerous because people would trip and fall into the lake on their demented midnight walks.
Ah. So you're telling me the alligators didn't even have to go after them? They were like off. They were just falling in the water.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they were all just falling in the water, but goddamn, is the image like that I described of them like coming up out of the water and taking him off the path and dragging him in? Is that not hilarious?
Yeah, it is.
Is
Great,
that old
dude.
hermit Jolie trying to talk you into doing his dirty work? We've spent too much on setting up just to walk away. As long as the
Yeah, you feel like you can't even blame the gators at that point. Like,
Easiest meals those get. Yeah, no, 100%, dude. Like they were living the fucking life.
well, dude, but yeah, I mean, like that's just that's meant to be. Like anybody who tries to blame the alligators in that situation.
Yeah,
Horribly misguided.
I mean, yeah, you should blame the people that built a nursing home right outside of where there are alligators.
Yeah, well, you know what it shows you is I don't think anyone in history, I think we might be some of the first generations in history where there's a significant number of people with dementia. Because
people used to not live long enough to get it.
Or if they did, they wandered out and got eaten by some shit. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Hurry up, you're eating into my profits. I don't need this kind of gun if you want something to say. All right,
I should just
I'm
kill
done
you,
talking.
no one will ever know.
You've burned my skin
There we
one
go.
too many times. I'll bury you down here.
Yeah, I mean that is interesting. Man. I will say Florida's a weird place, man. Oh wow, they knocked
We got the
Julie out of
captain.
commission.
Both of us.
I don't know, man. I think I'd rather be eaten by alligators than have to live in a nursing home with dementia.
Yeah, no, honestly, I would totally rather be eaten by alligators. Just like I just don't want to live long enough to be like,
God, to the point where you become like human furniture that just has to be monitored and moved on occasion and shit.
yeah,
like that.
like who actually wants that?
Like I mean, at a certain point, you get to the age where you're an inanimate object for all intents and purposes.
Yeah. Alright, well, we got rid of the guys Jolie wanted us to get rid of. So we're actually making a lot of progress, I think, today.
Sweet.
And that is that force field that Jolie was saying he will help us get through it if.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Similar to repulsor field stands start contract with fully drowned. Yep. God damn it, Bastila, you're walking into the lines, you dumb bitch.
Man, I listened to Brave New World again.
Yeah. You feel like that's coming closer and
Fuck it.
closer to a
I
reality
hate that book, dude.
because it's so realistic.
It's very realistic.
You know, they actually did, or at least based on the first couple of episodes anyway. I don't know if it continued to be good, but like based on the first three, believe it or not, on NBC's Peacock streaming service of all things, they actually did like a genuinely good adaptation of that story.
That story is fucking depressing.
It is.
It does seem like the most realistic dystopia we could live in because it's one that's like self-imposed on us.
Yeah.
Out of like our sense of understanding of science and like what's best for people and shit like that.
Yep. This reminds me of a scenario I recently heard. Would you guys rather amputate your dominant hand or tattoo a swastika in a prominently visible area and you could never explain why you have it?
You can still get a job without a hand.
Yeah, you can still.
Yeah,
you can still get a
you
job.
can't feed yourself with a swastika on your face. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
And that really limits your options of people to talk to. You know.
Yeah, it really does.
A lot of
Kinda
people.
lonely.
Most people would still talk to you if you were an amputee. In fact, they'd be bad people if they didn't. But
Right.
like, I would expect people not to talk to me if I had a swastika on my face. So
Yeah, yeah.
I think I'd rather lose the hand.
Ulysses said swastika
move-
because you could put tape over it.
Maybe. Or you can move to India. No, I'm just saying, like.
I wonder, have you had much luck? Have you done as I asked?
I mean, yeah. Can I get a cool robo hand though? Well, you know what? Probably soon. Probably soon. Well, wouldn't people just ask you about why you have tape on your face though?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that just bring up a whole other thing of
Yes,
questions?
I heard the fuss of it. I told you I wanted a non-violent solution, and I had my reasons for it. You should have
They said, I guess you
excuse
could.
me.
I guess under the rules of that, you could still explain the tape on your
More
face.
troops to be deployed.
Suppose. Yeah.
Well,
More disruption.
interesting.
I'd go with the hand, honestly.
Done
Though.
is done.
I could, you
I'm
know,
not here to judge you.
just sit on your left hand, you know, when you need it. You'll be alright. I kill what I.
Like that, your biggest concern was like, but how will I masturbate?
Yeah, well, was that not yours? Like, come
What?
on.
I do a lot of stuff with my hand.
Oh, go.
And that's one of them.
Get the same response
Yeah,
out of me.
yeah.
Besides,
Not wrong.
Yeah, I'm not an ambidextrous penis handler, so I'd have to...
Ambidextrous penis handler. Now that is a fucking like just quote right there. Learn to use your feet.
Ew. I got way too many
I
issues
know where you
with
wanna
feet.
go. I can get you through to the old paths. This forest hides some strange things. There's also a Zerka repulsor field blocking the way, past the poacher camp in the east. I saw it when it was installed, so I know how to pass it. And on the other side, ancient ancestors.
Yeah, I do the hand as well, but more people chose. So more people overall chose swastika.
In the mood for
Well, it's because they feel like they'd be so impaired with, you know, just in their ability to do everything. Would you pretend it's a gnome's foot? Of course he would.
No.
Of course he would.
No.
What can I do?
Yes.
All right, now we got Jolie
No
on our team.
Fucking...
That was see, he's like in the middle. He's not quite good
okay.
or bad, which is interesting.
Which means he's crotchety. That's
Well, he's
the crotchety. That's the crotchety alignment.
The crotchety alignment is just the gray in the middle.
You know. Can you imagine how nasty gnomes' feet are, dude? Are we spanking Wookiees?
Are
We
you
spanked any
spanking-
Wookiees yet?
Not yet, no. Not yet. I mean, you know, maybe we'll get a chance.
You can always flay the swastika skin off. It'd be painful, but less than losing a hand.
I mean, I guess so.
I guess. I don't know, man. I feel like I'd be alright without my
You can figure it out. Figure it out.
Right, and then
Hey,
then
also,
people,
hi, Super
and then
Vince.
I could do some really basic shit, and people would treat me like a hero.
That's true. You'd constantly
You'd be able
praised
to
for
get
almost
clout,
nothing.
clout on that shit all day. I'd open a can of beer, and people would be like, "It must be so hard for you." Shit.
Right.
Think about, yeah, like
Just milk everyone else being patronizing.
yeah, and you just pretend to struggle with shit, so then people would like feel bad for you.
Just really prey on everybody's like sense of compassion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, why not?
Like Ted Bundy used to pretend he had a broken arm to push women in his trunk. Like I just.
Are you saying you're gonna model your behavior after Ted Bundy?
No, I'm just saying like you can get a lot done when you pretend to be disabled. If you're
Right.
actually disabled, you probably get even more done.
That's probably true.
Lose a hand equals chainsaw hand. Another good point.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
there you
There
go.
you go. Chainsaw hand.
I'd be
I'm
the
into
coolest
that.
lumberjack on the block, dude.
Fuck yeah. Alright. Intelligence, skills. We need.
Yeah, I feel like hands are overrated.
Hands are overrated.
Hands are overrated, man. Hard to hit a squirrel with the chainsaw, unfortunately. I can't hit a squirrel with anything, dude. Those motherfuckers have computer use, Sage. Sage,
Alex.
Sage, you can get another point. You got 2 points now. You can get another point in computer use. Computer use. Yeah, Ulysses said computer.
Fine.
Yeah.
This time I'll give
level 6 computer use.
This time
We're
I'll
up to
give
level
it.
6 computer use. Dude.
I'm giving it
Right.
to you this time.
That's right. No more calling tech support for us.
All right, why are you attacking? Oh, no, T-Bone. Ulysses' family has gone to war with 1,000 generations of squirrel.
Yeah, dude. Those squirrels have fucking. They burn effigies of Ulysses' family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's some real dark fucking like.
It's some
1,000
Hatfield
generation.
Yeah, it's some Hatfield and McCoy type shit
It's
over
totally
at
like,
Ulysses'
yeah.
house. Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
Dangerous. Alright, I gotta go back.
All right, yeah, no worries.
Be headed out pretty quick.
You said 9, right?
No, I would be
All right. Yeah, well, sadly tonight's stream will be just a little bit shorter, but that's okay. Okay, merchant said there was salvage down here. We need Matt and to work the sensors. He gets back. We'll end up getting something. Let's see, like, maybe we'll point us. Money. Oh yeah, somebody got assassinated. Double crossing snake. That's fine. Yeah, Alex has to leave just slightly earlier this time, so we will be doing a slightly shorter stream than usual. But that's, that's all right. It's all right. Always invading houses, got to purge them when they get in. Well, Ulysses has had squirrels, bats, bears. I mean, just like fucking name an animal, and Ulysses has had it, like, invading at least either his house or somewhere in the nearby neighborhood.
Ulysses and squirrels, man.
Yeah. Also raccoons and wasps, yeah. They're a pain when they overpopulate. They chew through roofing to make... You even put, like, metal on your roof, and they chew through that, too.
Yeah, squirrels are bad people, man.
Squirrels are bad people.
Yep.
Right, what we'll do is we'll fill in this little map right here.
Yeah.
Then we'll go open the force field, save in the new area, and the stream there.
Sweet. All right.
So, yeah. A little bit shorter than usual, but that is okay.
Sorry, guys.
Well,
we gotta get going.
I'm depending on...
I mean, you could keep streaming.
Well, but, I mean, part of the point of playing this, was...
So that we could...
So that you could also see the whole game, too. So, like, I don't want to stream.
Okay.
Plus, me and me and Nadia are going to go grocery shopping after... afterwards.
Sure.
And then, depending on, how late I am up tonight, I might maybe do a late night stream of, Hotline Miami.
Okay.
Might do some of that, but there will be a break for sure.
My
Max,
needs...
we understand your needs. Oh yeah, because you got to get home to your gnome. You got to go phone gnome home.
Sure, yeah, I mean, she's short and bitchy.
You thought the same thing? T-Bone knows. T-Bone knows what's up with you and your gnome addiction.
You guys have really turned this gnome thing into something else.
Well,
man.
at least we're not turning him out like you are.
I sound dead inside. Oh man, I mean, yeah, you get the old. I call her the old ball and chain, man. 'Cause, keep her chained up. 'Cause I hate me a gnome.
We're actually getting really fucking close to the Kashyyyk star map. Kashyyykk's one of the shorter worlds, too. Like, there's not as much to it as there is to Tatooine or to...
Gnome home is the sex line he calls.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, it's just like, hey, if you're looking for hot and steamy single gnomes in your area.
If you're looking to enter the world of David Gnome.
There, you see? Beautifully subtle, isn't it? At least compared to the other Zerga equipment dumped down here. It's only been here a short while, or the Wookiees would have disabled it. They wouldn't have had an easy time of it, though.
That's why I placed this thing here.
Each blocking similar points on certain paths. It is It's all very calculated, very precise. It would have been effective if it hadn't relied on the creatures to be walking. Climbers don't have much trouble getting around it. You aren't
Oh, whatever,
going to
just
ask
shut it
about
down.
Our pulsar field in the woods and you have no interest?
Very well, why
I
did you
think it
put
was
this
an
here?
attempt to block the more dangerous carnivores from wandering freely, but it's not very effective. It limits us non-climbers, but the creatures of Kashyyyk are very adaptable. You'll see why when we reach your goal. Yes,
Yeah,
but I
I've
don't
asked
make
before.
a habit of it. The other side is genuinely dangerous. You aren't going to ask about...
No, I did.
Right then.
Shut it down.
How'd it go? There we go. Now, keep moving. These are the most dangerous depths of Kashyyyk. A few surprises wait for us, I'll wager.
Well, there you go.
Nice.
All right, well, that's gonna be it tonight. That's gonna be it tonight. We're calling it a little early, but
Yeah.
well, hey, since you know what, maybe that's good. Ulysses wasn't able to make it.
We didn't get through.
We actually got through.
got the decent. We made decent.
Yeah,
progress,
Kashyyyk is one of the shorter planets,
Sure,
and we made
right.
quite a bit of progress
Okay,
in
cool,
Kashyyyk.
cool.
Kashyyyk sounds like a brand of mixed nuts. That's great.
Iced tea has mixed nuts.
It does. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Let's, find somebody to raid. We're gonna raid. Raid Chris because he raided us earlier. Or we could do. Let's see. Just trying to look and see if anybody else is even on right now. All right, guys. I always enjoy the stream. Everyone have a good night. Hey, you too, T-Bone. Thanks for hanging out with
thanks
us,
for
as always.
popping in, T-Bone.
Yeah, well, we'll just do Chris. We'll just do Chris. But yeah, hey, tomorrow, me and Michael will be starting doing our first stream of Spider-Man Remastered on the PS5.
Nice.
And we will be doing a full spoiler review for the new movie during that stream.
Oh,
too.
okay. Gotcha.
So don't listen to that if you haven't seen the movie yet. All right. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you
Good
next
night.
time.
Yep. See you next time.